Hey everyone, welcome to a new and improved Fitness Without Legs. My name is Kyle Shea. Today I'm going to be reviewing Gamma Labs pre-workout supplement. First of all, I want to point out two things. One, I do not get paid for these, so you're getting an honest opinion. I'm not suggesting that you need to take a supplement of any kind to get results, because you definitely don't. The other thing is that just because this might work for me does not mean it's going to work for everyone else. Okay, so a couple of things that really stood out for me is that it's got vitamin B12 in it, but not just any vitamin B12. It has the highest quality B12. The fact that Gamma put the highest quality B12 kind of says a lot about the quality of their other ingredients. It's also made up of 4 to 5 different complexes. The first one being their strength and endurance complex. Basically, it's just several different creatines. I'm not a huge fan of putting creatine in pre-workouts, not because it doesn't work, but because creatine doesn't have any acute effects, which means that it's not something that you can take and then 30 minutes later you feel the effects of the creatine. It's something that you take every day, and then over time your muscles become saturated with it, and then you reap the benefits. But taking, I think it's probably like 3 grams in a pre-workout, 3 times a week isn't really, in my opinion, going to do anything. But again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The other complex they have is the NO pump complex, which is essentially, this is something else that it's great in theory, but essentially what it does is it increases blood flow to your muscles, which basically makes you feel like your muscles feel bigger and tighter, which is kind of an ego thing because it doesn't last. It might last maybe an hour after your workout, but I mean, it does work. I can vouch for it. So if that's important to you, then that's great. The other complex is the energy and focus complex, which is, for me, it's the most important because it's got the caffeine and the things that give you, the energy and sustain, an intense workout. I definitely felt this. I mean, I could go to the gym after working all day and have an hour-and-a-half intense session and not feel like I had been working out for nearly that long. The final complex is their antioxidant complex. And the one thing that you need to know about pre-workouts is that, and this isn't a knock on Gamma at all, but there's only a handful of ingredients in pre-workout supplements that truly work, and they're the ones that you pretty much find in every pre-workout. But obviously, companies try to make their product different, obviously, because they need a reason. You need a reason to buy theirs over someone else's. So sometimes what they tend to do is include ingredients that don't necessarily do a lot, but that can just make their product different from the other products. I sort of feel like Gamma might be trying to do this with their antioxidant complex. They've included acai and pomegranate powder, 200 milligrams. Maybe there are some minor benefits to it, but especially in that small a dosage, I'm not convinced that really has increased the performance of the product. Okay, so now I'm just going to go over just the pros of the product. First is taste. Pre-workouts have a genuinely terrible reputation for taste, whether they're acidic or they're chalky or they taste nothing like the flavor they're supposed to taste like. This product is fruit punch, and it actually legitimately tastes like fruit punch you would get out of your fridge. It's actually something that you can mix and sip leisurely and enjoy it. I mean, obviously it's not going to taste exactly like juice, but it's pretty close, especially for a pre-workout. The other thing is mixability. a lot of times you'll get pre-workouts that will not mix very well and they'll get clumpy, and this, I mean, you can literally put a scoop in a cup, put water in it, and you can almost just look at it and it'll mix. So that's great. Tons of energy, like I said, and not only did I have tons of energy, but I didn't crash. You know, like sometimes you get like a caffeine crash or whatever. There was none of that at all. I came down like very, very easily. The other thing that I like is that they were very honest in the blends that they put in their product. A lot of times companies will use like total like proprietary blends where you literally have no clue sometimes what's in your product or how much of an ingredient is in your product, but they're pretty open, or as open as they can be without totally giving away their ingredients. The other thing, then the final point that I really liked about it is that some pre-workouts tend to be extremely harsh, and for people who are very, you know, caffeine sensitive, they're just too much for them, and you know, it might even make them sick. With this, it was very, very, I want to say, mild is kind of an unfair word, but very tame. You know, you didn't feel like you had just taken some intense drug, you know, and you know, bouncing off the walls. It was very good that way. Now, obviously, nothing is perfect, so there are a couple of things that I did have a bit of an issue with. And the first one kind of goes back to one of the pros, actually, and it's because it's so tame, and some people who aren't easily affected by caffeine and stimulants may find that this product isn't enough for them, that they need something a little stronger. I know for me personally, the serving size is 1 scoop. I, however, need to take 2 scoops. I mean, if I was just going to take 1 scoop, I may as well not take anything. So they market it as having 40 servings, but it's only 40 servings if you take 1 scoop at a time, which is kind of my other kind of con about it, is that they like I said, they market it quite clearly as 40 servings, and the product is, if you order it online in Canada, it's $35 plus tax and shipping. So it works out to over $1 a scoop. So if you need to take 2 scoops, you're only getting 20 servings, and it ends up being like over $2 a serving, which I can say that it's worth it, but it still might not necessarily fit in everyone's budget, depending on how many servings you need, or how many scoops you need per serving. But overall, if you're looking for a pre-workout that fits all of the mandatory criteria, this definitely is a worthwhile product to try. So before I leave you, I'm just going to let you know that I was talking to Sal, who is one of the representatives from Gamma Labs, and he is going to give you guys the opportunity to win a free PTF. All you have to do is go to the Gamma Labs Facebook page, which I'll link in the description box below, and like the page, and then comment saying "Fitness Without Legs sent me." Then you'll be automatically entered into a draw to win a jar of the pre-workout. Now, the problem is it's very time sensitive, so this offer ends July 15th, 2012, so you have to get it that quickly. So yeah, so don't forget to check me out on Facebook and Twitter. The links will be below. And also don't forget to comment, subscribe to this channel, because it helps me out a lot. And I'm open to all different types of video ideas and all that kind of stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again really soon.